so. How many layers and broken hearts forever buried in the past. They told the world they did their best in tearing babes from mothers' breasts. It's for the best, they told themselves, while we endured their living hell. Don't tell me now to hold my tongue. Stolen babes from loving moms will be the song that will be sung till every wrong will be undone.
Out of the Pit by Kerri Saint introduction. I've decided to write my story because I've come to the conclusion that remains a concerted effort from outside forces to keep it a secret that was supposed to be kept from public knowledge and from myself must be exposed and told. Through my story, you will learn and understand the depths of the deep, dark secrets that many Australians like myself have been forced to carry all our lives. I finally come to a place where I can no longer keep quiet. Though I've told some of my story publicly in the past, this is the first time I've detailed my story in such depths. As painful and shocking my story is to tell, I know I need to do it because the longer I stay silent, the greater the risk of many more lives being adversely impacted. At times I've felt so tired, frustrated, and even angry at the ongoing efforts by others to preserve my silence. There are those whose opinions are born out of ignorance and a total lack of knowledge and insight that permeates throughout society, preventing many from having a voice. In addition, there are those who are instrumental in asserting great effort, even cruelty, in attempt to maintain our silence. These people, governments and institutions, have the greatest to gain by our silence and the greatest to lose when our silence is broken. Every effort has been made to keep the public in a state of ignorance and the victims in a state of compliance. Sadly, the majority of society has accepted a lying, heinous narrative as normal and acceptable, yet it is one of the most unnatural acts perpetrated upon the most natural of relationships, the sacred and beautiful bond of mother and child. My story of adoption is not an easy story to tell. The trauma and pain will be difficult to share. However, it is not so much the expression of this pain that I'll find most difficult, but piecing it together. My difficulty will be in how to tell my story when so much of my past is so broken, shattered, and fractured. I've agonized for years over where I should even begin. How does one write a biography of one's life in sequence when you don't remember the beginning? My whole life is jumbled into a discourse of events to which I can only compare it to waking from a coma, realizing that you're now suffering from amnesia that has ripped away and stolen all of your crucial memories. The worst part is that when I started to unravel these memories, I realized that there has been a concerted effort to maintain me in the amnesiac state. Efforts have been made to minimize, refute, deflect, and even justify what happened to me. For me to even begin to tell my story would mean years of unraveling, a labyrinth of traumatic and painful flashbacks of abusive childhood events. It has also meant dealing with the psychological and physical impact, navigating the right type of people and services, challenging long-held societal beliefs, and confronting some of the most detestable lies told to me. In addition, I share how I confront my abusers and challenge the very government bodies responsible for the damage inflicted upon me. My book has been 63 years in the making due to the permissible, perfidious, malignant nature narrative of adoption and the very broken state that it left me in. This is my story and my journey to know and speak my truth about a system that society celebrated, supported, and condoned, never considering the lifelong consequences or trauma it inflicted.